I feel such a deep connection to animals. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like when I'm close to them, I just feel so connected to them. So I'm incredibly lucky to work here at the Hills Wildlife Sanctuary because I get to wake up every morning and be surrounded by the most amazing wildlife imaginable. And I also get to work with some pretty incredible people. So we have a very dedicated team of volunteers who keep this place running. And they are the beating heart and soul of this sanctuary, and they look after our animals as if they're their own children. And it's a really, really special place to be. The Hills Wildlife Sanctuary has a long history of wildlife rescue, rehabilitation and advocacy, originally being founded in 1977. At the core of what we do, we rescue and rehabilitate native wildlife, whether it's an injured animal that's been hit by a car, an orphan joey kangaroo, or even a surrendered pet that can't be sent back to the wild. We take those animals in and we give them a beautiful home in the natural surrounds here at the sanctuary. I firmly believe that every living creature deserves a second chance. Working in wildlife rescue and rehabilitation, you see the worst of the worst. You see animals in the most horrific conditions imaginable, but we do what we do because even if we can just get a small percentage of those animals back to the wild and give them that second chance, it makes everything we do worthwhile.
I've been a vet for almost 20 years, and if you told me 10 years ago that I was going to go into wildlife, I think I would not have believed it at all. Only in the last couple of years I've been involved heavily with wildlife, and that came from working in the 2019-2020 bushfires.
During the 2020 Black Summer bushfires, we were inundated with calls to help wildlife in need, and sadly we had to turn away many of those calls simply because we didn't have the resources or the infrastructure or the personnel here at the sanctuary to respond.
Being thrown into that and seeing the devastation, that really affected me, and I think I realised from that moment that I could use my skills and my veterinary knowledge to try and help these animals that don't have a voice. There's one that comes to mind, which is Indy, and she was a kangaroo that we rescued down south. As the fire was coming up the hill, everything was running away and she ran straight back into the fires. And in a moment you see that her joey was trapped in the fires. It jumped into her pouch and she ran out of there.
I guess that was the catalyst for me that sparked the current growth and development here at the sanctuary, because I said we need to be prepared for next time. We hope to build a world-class conservation hub that can help all species right across our beautiful country. Part of our plan is to begin constructing more large-scale, specialised rehabilitation enclosures so that we can take in many different types of animals that need that specialised care before they're released back to the wild.
From the veterinary side of things, we have big plans for the sanctuary to not only be an area where there's this hospital that wildlife can come to be treated and rehabilitated, but to also have a mobile vet hospital that can be almost transported to natural disaster zones so we can set up mobile hospitals to help as much as we can. It's going to be an amazing sanctuary, an amazing hub, an amazing veterinary centre that we can do good work, and it's genuine work.
When people around the world think of Australia, they think of our native wildlife. We're known for our incredible wildlife species like the kangaroo, the koala, and of course the wombat as well. And I think it's our responsibility as Australians to do everything that we can to protect these animals. The issues our wildlife currently face are huge, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. It's easy to feel like there is no hope. But in my many years of doing this kind of work, I've learnt that if you break it down and you look at individual actions you can take personally, it doesn't seem so overwhelming. And everything you do, no matter how small, does have a positive difference. So I would encourage people to just start, to do something, do what you can within your own community, within your own means, and it will have a positive impact.